Let's quickly review a Duda website builder. And in today's conversation, I want to really talk to you about the capabilities of the Duda website builder. So you have a clear idea when you're done with this video, you have a clear idea about the functionalities, the pros and cons, the features, everything. So I want to first start with the overview. When you think about Duda, what are we talking about here? We're talking about an all-in-one website builder with unique and flexible features. And with Duda, you don't really need to have any programming experience, any web design experience. You can actually build your website for free. You have to pay. There are some paid plans also, but you actually have, you can do things during the free trial. And the cool thing is that it is very, very user friendly. And the cool thing that we also love is that you have a drag and drop functionality. You also have about 100 to 150 templates, not a lot like Wix or Squarespace, for instance, but hey, listen, it is something. And one thing I want to say also is that it's just better to use Duda for freelance web designer activities, or let's say if you have a small agency, you can actually avail yourself of Duda to actually create a website. And it's a bit too expensive for personal projects, and it's made for specific use cases. So if you have multiple businesses that require multiple sites, or let's say you run a design or development agency, Duda could be a good fit for you. And what we love about Duda is that it is a feature-rich interface. You actually can do anything with this interface. You have a mobile-friendly, full-featured websites. You have a website that's complete with e-commerce, provided you can handle the price, because Duda is going to ask you to pay a little more. Okay, but the thing is, when you think about Duda, think about simplicity. Think about operational effectiveness. Think about celerity, speed. Okay, so Duda lets you create handsome sites even if you have little design or technical knowledge, featuring numerous templates, strong e-commerce tools, and a top-tier editor. This slick and powerful Duda reigns as a great tool on the market right now. By the way, boss, I want to quickly welcome you to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Please make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. Let's talk about the pros and cons of Duda. I want to first start with the positive. So the pros. You have a tool here that features a top-tier editor. You have strong tools for crafting phone and tablet sites. So in other words, mobile responsiveness is really preeminent here in Duda. You have powerful traffic analysis. You have the ability to actually to enhance your websites through capable web store tools. You have more than 100 templates, and Duda actually lets you use custom CSS and HTML code. You have strong e-commerce options with support for digital downloads and memberships. You have unlimited storage and monthly data transfers with all plans. You have a very customizable interface, and you have website personalization for all plans. So those are really good. So those are the pros. Let's talk about the cons here. In our view, Duda is relatively expensive and lacks a free option. And you have now the free option. There is a free option, but that free option is really limited. You have limited widget stores, and Duda does not let you switch templates. And a fully responsive design is limited to the flex templates and sections. You have limited low-priced plan, and the API is only available on the top-tier plan. In addition to that, there is no domain included. So when you think about Duda, I want you to think about on the pro side, on the advantage side, on the positive side. I want you to think about liberty. I want you to think about freedom. I want you to think about autonomy. I want you to think about your ability to customize things real fast, and to do it without much experience or acumen, if you will, when it comes to coding or programming. So that's on the positive side. What about the negative side? The negative side, you have to understand that some of those templates are rigid, and Duda does not allow you to change things as you are building your website. And also, you need to understand that you have to pay a little more if you want to enjoy some of the most sophisticated features. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. This is a Duda website builder review. I want to talk to you about the pricing here. So I want you to look right now on the screen. Here is the pricing for Duda as of the date of the show. You can see that the things are not cheap, right? And what you're seeing here, this is the monthly billing. If you were to go with the annual billing, you might actually be paying less. So you have the basic, the team, the agency, and the white label, sort of the white label plan. When you think about the agency plan, for instance, you need to understand that you have up to 4 sites. With the basic and the team plan, you can only create 1 site. And so with the agency, for instance, you have 4. But on all plans, I'm talking about basic, team, and agency, you have website personalization, multi-language sites, membership options. Okay. You also have client billing, and you do have support. And the support, if you want phone support, you're going to have to only pay more. And this is only for the agency sort of tier. But if you actually have the team or a basic plan, you're going to have to just get support from email only. I mean, some players, some people are fine with email support. That's fine. But if you are someone who likes to talk to a rep on the phone about your Duda account, then you need to switch to the paid plans. This is kind of cool. But the thing is that at least when you think about Duda, think about a paid plan that is not confusing, because some of those players, they like to confuse, they like to razzle dazzle customers with confusing pricing tiers, and Duda doesn't have that. So this is like a good sort of forte for this player. They actually they will rely on the superiority of the product to actually enter the market and increase the market share. So overall, if depending on the needs that you have, it's just better to go with the highest tier. And so that's actually it really depends. It can be the agency or it can be the team plan. But in our experience, it's just a lot better to enjoy Duda's more. Duda's I would say juice to really enjoy the functionalities. If you have the agency plan. The agency plan is going to help you a lot. That's just fantastic. Let's talk about the features you can actually expect if you were to go with a Duda. First of all, you can start building your websites real fast. I mean, this is really good. With Duda, you have like 100 to 150 attractive modern templates, and those templates are also mobile responsive. So you don't have to worry about how your sites look on a mobile, on a mobile device. It's really great. And the thing is that you are able to look for it. See, if you don't like the templates they have, you can actually buy a template from a third-party marketplace, for instance. You have a set of web design tools and capabilities that come with Duda. What we love about the capabilities here is that you can do a lot. You are able to customize your theme colors, text and navigation, as well as add and manage pages and set images from choices on the left panel, on the dashboard, of course. Okay. And you are able to actually use the tool real fast and without needing too much training, really. So the learning curve is inexistent. And the learning curve, if there is a learning curve at all, is inexistent. And this is one thing I want to emphasize, because a lot of folks who have not experienced Duda, they think the tool is kind of expensive to use, and it's not. And also, it's not also complicated to use. It's not. I showed you a little earlier the pricing, and now I'm just telling you when it comes to user experience and user interface, UX and UI are really, really fantastic. The thing is that you have to commit. When you think about Duda, you got to really learn a little bit at the beginning. There's no learning curve, but there is a little bit of there's something happening at the beginning, at least. Especially if you are trying to run multiple websites, then you really want to pay attention to certain things from the get-go. But as soon as you actually master those things, you are really good to go. This is one of those things where you have to ask yourself, what is important for me? Okay, so start building your sites within Duda. It's really, really fast. You have access to a constellation of free templates. You can actually start from a blank canvas also and really work your way down the website design routes. If you, of course, if you have an artistic bone in your body. And let's talk about working with images. The thing is that within Duda, you have the ability to work with images, and you can do so in a very, very sort of a sophisticated way. And you have to understand that when we talk about images, we're talking about images that actually have an SEO capability. You are able to engage. They say that the picture is worth 1,000 words. So this is kind of cool to us to have to keep that in mind. And you can actually integrate pictures from all kinds of platforms, from Dropbox to Flickr to Facebook to Instagram. Is totally great. I mean, this is so the level of flexibility you have with the Duda dashboard here is just really fantastic. As a matter of fact, you can do whatever you want with the pictures. You can crop, you can resize them. You can even open an embedded image. Okay, you can have an embedded image editor online for some online photo editing and effects. This is really good. You also have mobile site design. So with Duda, the good thing is that, Duda offers separate site builder views for desktop, smartphone, and tablet designs. And so this is kind of cool. So when we tested Duda, our test sites actually looked as great and felt just as comfortable to navigate as an iPhone, like on an iPhone, as it did in a PC web browser. So again, the tools here are great. And one thing I want to say also with Duda is that getting social is really great also. So you are able to be on Facebook, Twitter, now called X. You can be on Instagram. You can be on other social media really, really fast, and including TikTok. It's all a matter of how you position your website and how you want visitors to actually land on your website. And this goes back to what I said. To what I said on another show, is that you need to actually incorporate SEO from the get-go in your website design sort of capabilities. Do not do it afterwards. A lot of folks make the mistake of doing it afterwards, but you don't want to do that. So you want to do things from the get-go so that you can actually benefit gradually, incrementally from all the interactions you have in this world, either at work or outside of work. Because the bottom line here is you want to have a great website, and you want to find a great website builder review. You want to understand how they work. You need to only ask questions, but start with the website builders that you actually know already. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. This is a Duda website builder review. Let's talk about e-commerce features. So if you were to go with Duda, you are going to have a set of e-commerce features, of course, yes. If you go in to build your website through a Duda, of course, you're going to have those capabilities. The only thing is that the e-commerce features you have on Duda, although they are great, although they are just fantastic, they're not as great as what you would find on Shopify, for instance. They're not as great as what you would find on BigCommerce, for instance. They're not as great as what you will find on WooCommerce, for instance. They're not as great as what you will find on all kinds of, it really depends on the capabilities that you're looking forward to, you're looking for. So e-commerce features are there. Duda actually includes a full sales system with shopping carts and checkout pages, like those you get with Weebly, Wix, and Squarespace. You can also plug PayPal Pay button into any site page. You can add profitable sort of opportunities. You can add printable coupons, for instance, for site visitors. You can actually create customer relationships. And that's what you want anyway. You want to actually build that relationship and actually build it over time, so you can establish a very solid reputation within your neighborhood, and also with vis-a-vis your employer. You also have a satisfactory customer service. So when you think about Duda, I want you to think about very satisfactory customer service. And the cool thing is you are able to talk to customer service depending on your service, like let's say your customer level. Depending on the plan you have, if you have the agency plan that I just showed you earlier, you are going to talk to someone all the time. So when you call, if you are on the lower tier plans, you might actually not get the call from the customer service. And also, we love the fact that with Duda, You have a great uptime. So website uptime is one of the most important aspects of a hosting service. And if your site is down, clients or customers will be unable to find you or access your products or services. So this is really an important element. And one thing you want to also think about is that, you want to pay attention to some of the few things that matter to you in the long run. Let me close to this conversation so the big question is Duda Website Builder right for you? Before I answer that question, I want to ask you in return, what are you looking forward to? What are you looking for? What kind of website builder are you looking for? What kind of features are you looking for? What kind of goals are important to you right now? What kinds of stuff are you working on? The reason is that there is a diversity when it comes to website builders. Duda actually is really great when it comes to building our websites, but there are other players. I just want to highlight the fact that there are a lot of players. So with Duda, you have Wix, you have Shopify, you have BigCommerce, you have WooCommerce, and but it really goes back to what you want. And so the feature-rich Duda offers nearly everything you need to quickly build and host actually a mobile-friendly, but fully featured, complete with e-commerce, provided you can actually handle the price. And so if you're listening to me right now, you want to pick Duda. If you are looking for a website builder that has a lot of features, that actually has you also want to do some personal traffic analysis that will really help you to sort of see where your traffic is coming from. That way you can actually tweak things. You can maybe appeal to a larger audience to have a clear idea. So it really depends upon what you're looking forward to. And the thing also I want to say is that the Duda actually has a relative experience. It hasn't been in this industry for a while now. So whatever products and services they come up with, it cannot be really, really that great. Okay. I mean, basically you have to really see if you are fine with the Duda, because again, as I said, if you're a newbie and you don't care about the sophistication of the tool, or let's say you are looking for a very affordable tool yet reputable, then Duda will be right for you. And you do have limited widget stores, or you have limited widgets, and you also need to think about the fact that with GoDaddy, you do not have the ability to switch templates. They do not like that, and it's just really, really complicated. So you have to really see what works for you. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember. But before I actually do I want to do a quick recap here. So in today's conversation, I did a Duda website builder review. I gave you the overview, the pros and cons, the pricing, the features, the verdict, and now I'm giving you the recap. So thank you. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.